One of the biggest concerns we hear from leaders or from all of the members is, my work is done. My grandparents did it all. There may be some leaders watching this today who are in this situation. They genuinely want to experience the temple blessings, but for whatever reason, they're having difficulty finding temple opportunities for themselves. Elder Richards, what would you say to those who may be feeling this way?
Thank you, Sister Marriott. I must say that I know exactly what they're feeling because I felt that way for many years. My great-great-grandfather, Franklin D. Richards, served as the first president of the Genealogical Society of Utah, which later became the Family History Department of the church. In fact, his personal library became the first genealogical library of the church. He and his family performed thousands of proxy ordinances. His son, my great-grandfather, George F. Richards, served as the temple president in the Salt Lake Temple for 16 years, and he and his family performed additional thousands of proxy ordinances. If anyone could say that Grandma and Grandpa Richards have already done all the work, I could. But I wanted to be involved, and I filled out boxes of pedigree charts and family group records. When the records were finally put on the computer, I thought, here's my chance. And I began to search individual records on the computer of over 6,000 of my direct ancestors and couldn't find anyone whose work had not been done. Some people even had their work done many times. I was sure there was nothing left for me to do, but I was wrong. The temple work for my direct ancestors may be largely completed, but using family tree and ancestry, I have been able to extend some of those family lines. The new tools on FamilySearch.org have made searching for related descendants much easier. I have used the Descendancy Search feature and have found more cousins needing temple work than I could ever have imagined. We have rejoiced as a family in taking those names to the temple with children, grandchildren, and performing proxy baptisms and family sealings regularly. We have personally felt the spiritual blessings of family history and temple work. It was so simple. I just learned the process outlined on this card. You all have one. I didn't really expect to find much, if anything, but I have found hundreds of names, even enough names to keep my family busy for quite some time. So if you think of all your family's work has been done, try a descendancy search following these instructions, and you may be surprised by what you find. Once you personally find the names and have experience of finding the blessings of family history and temple work, you will be better able to teach and encourage others to participate. And as more people participate, we will come closer to reaching our goal of members supplying all the names for their temple worship.
Thank you, Elder Richards. What a wonderful opportunity for your family. Another common concern that many members of our audience may have is that family history takes too long or is too complicated. Elder Packer, what would you say to members who say, I can't do it, it's just too complicated?
I've heard that before. I would say that family history is easier than ever before. People of all ages can do it. Let me tell you about the Eberts from Bountiful, Utah, who as a family have gotten involved with family history. This is a great example of how much simpler the process is. As we watch this video, look at how each child participates.
I'm Kristen. I'm married to Mark. We have 6 children. We were the kind of people that always thought our family names had all been done and that there was no one else left to do on the family line.
All right, Jason, we're on to the last child of James Arline.
My name is Jason. Maud Arline.
Maud.
My name's Michael.
Katharina.
What? I am Courtney Ebert.
Leslie Durance.
think she needs something.
She needs something.
I thought it was going to be impossible, but it was very easy and not that hard to find a cousin.
Do you know anyone named Maud nowadays?
No. I found a cousin.
You found one?
A cousin is someone on our family tree.
Oh. Wow. Well, she had a lot of kids.
When I do family history, I choose an ancestor and then go down to their children and their children. Is that right?
20 children.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, hey, we got a picture of Leslie.
Yeah.
Like the bow tie?
He's married.
He was married, all right.
Green arrows appear on any name who needs their ordinances done, any cousin who hasn't gotten baptized or sealed to their parents. He needs everything done.
Oh, he's never had any of his work done. Well, we can help him with that. No, you could do his baptisms.
Can we print it?
Yeah, we can do it. That's great.
It gave me warm spiritual feeling that I was helping my cousin get his ordinances done.
My 8-year-old son had found a whole family of names. There were 5 or 6 names that he'd found, and he was so excited that he wanted this work done. So he went to his 13-year-old brother and said, "Can you take these names to the temple for me and do the baptisms?" I mean, that's just not something you say no to. You can't.
And the kids had great success in finding their cousins, but I wanted to be part of this family history work too. So one day, as I was thinking about the children and their great work, I actually had a thought that I should call Sister Rice.
Sister Rice is here. Hey guys, Sister Rice is here.
Sister Rice? Sister Rice was an old friend of ours. Hi, sweetie. She's just the sweetest person in the world. We invited Sister Rice to their family history because we knew that that could bless her life.
Sister Ebert sent me my family book to find my ancestors, to write their names down, photos, stories, great aunts and uncles and great grandparents.
I am going to help Sister Rice to find her cousins by showing her how to get all those names into the computer. And what was the year of her birth?
1904. And Courtney was able to connect them in the family tree, and it leads to so many branches. I have found my great-great-grandfather, who I didn't even know his name. I have found him.
See the green arrow?
Yes.
If you scroll over that, it says request ordinances.
Okay.
And then print. Okay.
This is so cool.
We're going to go to the temple, and I'm going to get to do her names, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. Doing the baptisms for Sister Rice's family was a great opportunity, and they're such a great spirit, and I'm so glad I got to do it. To know how great she felt about it was a big thing to me.
The Eberts are a wonderful example of Elder Cook's direction. They work together as a family to find the names of their cousins on FamilySearch.org using descendancy research. They were able to take the names to the temple as a family, and then they worked to teach Sister Rice how to find her own family. They used the methods they were each comfortable with: the computer for the tech-savvy children and their father, and the booklet, My Family Stories That Bring Us Together, for Sister Rice, who was helped by Courtney to enter the information into FamilySearch.org. Imagine the blessings the Eberts enjoyed in doing this work together as a family. Even the younger children were able to participate as they watched their family perform those ordinances. I've also heard a wonderful story of how families working in family history and temple work can lead to deeper conversion and testimonies even among the active members of the church. For example, the Ivy family in Rio Rancho State comes to mind.
When I was in high school, I had a lot of Mormon friends, and so my interest was piqued in the Mormon faith, and I didn't really think much about it until I was in college. Mostly, I just knew the qualities that I liked in Mormon people was what I wanted to be. My name is Heather Ivy. I am the mother of 4 children. I would describe my full conversion. I believe it really did start when I started going to the temple.
The temple has played a huge role, I think, in her growth since she joined the church. And I think that she's had many revelations that have helped her to understand, I think, some of the principles of the gospel.
And then my friend talked me into going to the Family History Center, and I found out that with the limited amount of knowledge that I had, my whole world opened up, and it was such a great experience to see who my relatives were, and they became real people to me. This whole time I thought I was pretty awesome for going to the temple, but I hadn't been partaking of the full blessing of that. My family was not happy about me being a member, so trying to ask them about family history was a scary process for me. And so I just thought, well, there's a time and season for everything, and this just isn't my season. That was my excuse for a long time. 3 years ago, we decided that we wanted to start going to the temple more often to partake of those blessings. I made that commitment to go twice a month. Well, we got started on family history together as a family, and I actually got Emma and Jared to sit in a room together with me and work on it. And they got pretty excited because they kept finding another ancestor and then another ancestor, and they thought it was cool. Last night, sitting in the temple, for me it was all about remission of sin. And those people on the other side are waiting for that release of forgiveness and to be blessed with the Holy Ghost and to have that knowledge of the love of Christ with them. And so I started to see the benefits in my own life and how much my testimony grew and strengthened and how many things I was learning when I was at the temple. And that has been the biggest testimony expounder that I have ever had. When we get back to our Father in Heaven's presence, our family members are going to be there, and we're going to give an account of our mission here. I think my mission is to help as many people as I can return to live with Heavenly Father. That's the most important thing. And I want to be able to say I served an honorable mission.
It's true that even active members are undergoing continued conversion. Many attend the temple regularly, but they might be missing some of the blessings of the temple work if they are not taking their own family names with them. I also love how Heather Ivy said in the video that she felt that the family members on the other side of the veil were wondering if their names would be found. And as she involved her children in the work, she is working for the salvation of her family on both sides of the veil.